and welcome to my live stream watch-along reaction of Arcahaie versus Forge FC in the 2020 Scotiabank CONCACAF League quarterfinals. The winner goes on to goes on to the CONCACAF Champions League in 2021. The loser has to play the play-in game. The loser has to play the play-in game against the loser of Marathon versus Saprissa, which is also being played tonight. With that said, here we go. The 11s are as follows. We'll get into the 11s and some of the facts before the game starts. And then, so here we go. Welcome. Hello. Shut up and let me crank. Yo, what's up? Nothing much. Let's look at these 11s. Share screen. Bring that up. Full. Starting with the Arcahaie, the 11 for the home side. Gary Romont in goal. Left back, Alland Pierre. Mark Soley and Hans Anashis as the center backs. The right back, Sylvenson Colin. The left winger, or left mid, should I say, Olnik Alessi. Center mids, Clifford Thomas and Wendy Louise Jean. And then the right mid, Richardson Thomas, and then the strikers, Johnny Pierre Paul and Kervins Jolicoeur. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. The bench is Gian Widens, Reginald Cadet, Estras Felipe, Osei Charles, Wilmaine Exume, Woodens Ray Villaire, which, bringing that up, shows that Rickard Calixte is not on the bench, their defender. He is not on the bench, and that could mean he's either not there or could have COVID. We don't know, but that is a very bad loss for Arcahaie, if so. The 11 for Forge is as follows. Henry in goal, Tristan Henry in goal, Daniel Crutzen and David Edgar, the retiring David Edgar after this game or the play-in, depending on what happens. The two center backs, Kwame Awua and Dominic Samuel as the outside backs, left back and right back. Alexander Akinyoti Janssen, center defensive mid. Center mids, Kyle Becker, the captain, and Paulo Sabak. The left winger, David Chouanier. Johnny Grant as the right winger, and Mo Babuli as the striker on the bench. Man, Jordan Dunstan, Mosin, Maxime Tissot, Cadell Thomas, Marcel Zajac, and Anthony Novak on the bench. So with that, those are your 11s for Forge and Arcahaie, actually the whole squad. Forge are way better off tonight, I would have to say. The Joker 009, let's go Toronto. This is Forge, but they're close. Hamilton is very close to Toronto. That's in the greater Toronto area, but close enough. Close enough. A Canadian team could be in the Champions League later tonight if everything goes to plan or goes right for Forge. The loser plays the play-in. So some of the facts before we get into this match for the referees. The referee crew, center ref, O'Shane Nation from Jamaica. AR1, assistant ref 1, Helpis Feliz from the Dominican. Assistant referee 2, Stephanie Del Singh from Jamaica. And the fourth official, Randy Encarnacion from the Dominican. 2 Jamaicans, 2 Dominicans in the refereeing crew. This is the first match between Arcahaie and Forge in their history. Arcahaie is a 4-year-old club. Forge is a 2-year-old club, so of course it is. Their record in the CONCACAF League, Arcahaie, is 1 game played, 1 win, 3 goals for, 3 goals against. They did not play against Verdez because that was a walkover. Verdez pulled out due to COVID cases. Then, in the round of 16, they beat Waterhouse 3-1 with goals from Kenroy Howell, Rickard Calixte, and Wendy Louise Jean. Or Rickard Calixte, Wendy Louise Jean, and Johnny Pierre Paul. Kenroy Howell scored for Waterhouse. Each of their top CONCACAF League scorers have 1 goal each, and their top assisters are Clifford Thomas and Alland Pierre with 1 assist each. Gary Romont has 4 saves in the CONCACAF League. This is the first time in the quarterfinals for them in their CONCACAF League history. just like Forge. This is the first time they face a team from Canada, Forge FC. First time they face a team from Canada in the CONCACAF League. 100% of the goals in CONCACAF League were scored by a starter in the run of play. And Forge qualified to the quarterfinals by beating Municipal Limeño 2-1 in the preliminary round. David Chouanier and Anthony Novak scored the goals in that game. And then they beat Tauro 2-1 in Panama in the round of 16 on November 3rd. Mol Babuli and Daniel Crutzen with those goals in Panama. Forge's record in the CONCACAF League is 6 games played, 4 wins, 1 tie, 1 loss, 1 draw, 1 loss, 8 goals for, 7 goals against. Their top scorers in the CONCACAF League are David Chouanier and Daniel Crutzen. Their best assisters are Kwame Awua, Giuliano Frano. No, it's not Franco, it's Frano. Why'd they screw that up? Mo Babuli, Dominic Samuel, and Anthony Novak, they all have 1 assist. Tristan Henry has made 17 saves in 6 CONCACAF League matches in the last 2 seasons and 4 saves in 2020. In 6 of their matches, Forge have scored goals. Only in 1 match could they not score, and in 2 matches they kept a clean sheet. Away in the CONCACAF League, they have played 4 games, won 2, drawn 1, lost 1. That 1 loss to Olympia. 5 goals for, 6 goals against. As I said, in the preliminary round in 2019, away, or here's their away results. 2-1 over Municipal Limeño, this year's preliminary round. Tauro in the round of 16, 2-1. 0-0 draw against Antigua in the preliminary round of last year, and 4-1 loss to Olympia in the round of 16 last year. 38% of Forge's goals in CONCACAF League history were scored by substitutes. 1 from Anthony Novak, 2 from David Chouanier. Mo Babuli has the most shots in the CONCACAF League for Forge. That's 5. And that's your facts, because we're about to start. Thank you. I do like it. It is a cute hat. It is. It's the Blue Jays Stars and Stripes from like 2019. Yeah, I know. 2018. It's right by the 2019 hats. So yeah, amazing. I like it. So with that said, if y'all are here watching this game, subscribe, like the stream so it gets into the algorithm. Subscribe, like, you know what it is. And let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. And hopefully we could watch some history. Either way, it's going to be history, but hopefully for the Canadians. December 1st. Forge can qualify. Gloria, I'm going to wait till, that's not a Forge thing, but I'll wait till Maurizio Sarri gets hired for TFC. It'll happen then. I'm not going to dance on Vanny's, that would just not, nobody would like that. The Joker 009, thank you for supporting CONCACAF football. You're welcome. But we'll see what happens. But let's focus on this. Let's focus on another Canadian team in the greater Toronto area winning and getting into the Champions League and maybe just giving Toronto a spot anyway. Okay, maybe I do have to dance to Gloria, but that'll probably be tomorrow after they come out and say, oh, Forge already won. They both get spots. That's probably when I'll do it. That's probably when I'll do it. We'll see what happens. But they're about to kick off. They're about to kick off. We are ready. Forge FC. 1 like. You love it. This is going to be a good game. I think so. I don't think it's going to go to penalties, but we'll see. CONCACAF misspelled Akinyote Janssen's name on their 11. CONCACAF has problems. CONCACAF has problems. It's weird. It really is. I love CONCACAF, but let's just I really love seeing how they sometimes mess up. It's also funny. Like it's a good confederation, but it is definitely low rent. Like it's fun because it is though, you know? Vamos mi pais Haiti from Yais and Jose. I tried. What do you think about the Impact rebranding to Montreal FC? I think it sucks. I wish they stayed the Impact, but we still have forever in our shadow Montreal. And honestly, people are still going to say Tic Tac Tabernacles. You know, who cares? They're still the same team, but I don't know why they get rid of it. I feel like MLS basically told them it's way too close to IMCF for Inter Miami, and they're like, you better change it. I feel like that's what it was. I don't know why, but that's something this league would do. So it's kind of sad, you know? Schwanier down the wing, keeps it in the 19th second, and that's out for a throw-in. David Schwanier. Already, we're getting off to a quick start. Can Forge get a quick goal? Kwame Awuah takes the throw-in. Awuah to Schwanier in the box. Can Schwanier gets it to Becker. Becker to Edgar. Ford to Grant. Johnny Grant. Johnny Grant crosses in. Oh, Schwanier missed it. He could have put it in a minute in, and he missed it. Arcahaie is getting back in possession. Edgar pops it away. Becker brings it down. Foul for Forge. Ale Arcahaie Haiti. No Tibat Canada. Mwen Swete No Bat Club Canada. I tried. Basically, you're saying you're an Arcahaie fan. Okay. Good luck to your team. They're a very good underdog team. This will be a good match. So, I forgot. I forgot Haiti spoke French. Feels like a Montreal match. A Montreal-Toronto match. Bonjour. I think that's right, yeah. Forge has a free kick on the outside of the box. 2 minutes in, Forge are already pushing this match. Samuel was brought down. Dominic Samuel was brought down. I want Maurizio Sarri, so no. No, I want Maurizio Sarri. But if they do, it's probably going to be Dikio or Bent. But I want Sadi. But I can see it happening. Becker with a free kick. Becker standing over the free kick. And Becker standing over. Becker and Crutzen standing over in the 3rd minute. 0-0. What will happen here? Crutzen. Sabak. Sabak blocked away. Arcahaie can take it forward. Edgar. Schwanier. Becker recycles it. Gets it to Crutzen. Crutzen forward. For Schwanier. David Schwanier has the ball. Passes it to Awuah. Awuah to Becker. To Crutzen. To Edgar. Edgar getting pressed. He passes it forward. And that's going to go out for a goal kick for Arcahaie in the 4th minute. $2.90 subs. You love it. Happy to see it. Thank you for whoever subscribed. Romont will take the goal kick in the 4th minute. The game is being played in the Dominican Republic as well because Arcahaie did not have a stadium up to CONCACAF specifications. The 4th minute. Arcahaie plays it forward. Becker doesn't get to it. Samuel tries to, and that is a throw-in, free kick. They blew the whistle, but it's a throw in for Forge. Johnny fouls Samuel. Johnny Pierre-Paul fouled Samuel, and that's a free kick for Forge. It goes up the pitch. Kwame Awuah. He's racing for it. Gets beat. Gets beat by Mark Soley. Gets beat by Mark Soley, but it's a throw in for Forge. And it's thrown into Chouanier. Chouanier crosses it in, keeps it in, and it goes back. Awuah. Arcahaie gets it back in the 5th minute. Down the wing. Blocked away. Becker, no foul. Crutzen to Edgar, or Akinyoti Janssen. Akinyoti stepped in there. To Edgar now. Akinyoti. Ford for Dominic Samuel. Edgar. Crutzen. 5th minute, 0-0. Forge is dominating so far right now. Awuah gets another long ball in. Crossed in. Out for a goal kick. 6th minute. Let's go Forge, yes. Randy Torres reloaded says, let's go Forge, yes. The 6th minute. Forge is dominating right now. They really are. They really should be up right now, but guess not. They really should be up right now, but Arcahaie is keeping them a little bit away. We'll see it. Interesting strategy from Arcahaie, having the ref man mark one of their players. One of Forge's players. Yeah, that was on the free kick. That was kind of crazy. I don't know if he meant to do it. Awuah with a throw-in to Becker or Akinyoti. There's Crutzen. He's holding on to it. Sends it to Edgar. Sends it to David Edgar. The retiring David Edgar. Hopefully he can retire a winner. Or, well, he has 2 chances to do that. If they lose tonight, still has another chance to do that. But if they win, he goes out a winner and goes out sending his team to the Champions League. Cross up. Brings it down. And that's out for a throw for Arcahaie. Grant could not bring it down. 7th minute. This game is probably the most action-packed game that I have done. 291 subscribers, by the way. This is the most action-packed game I think I've done a live stream for. One-sided, but it's action-packed. 8th minute, throw in for Arcahaie. Arcahaie player is down on the pitch. It was Pierre-Paul who got brought down by Samuel. 8th minute, Ford. Arcahaie. And it's brought down, but it goes straight to Sabak. Going forward, David Chouanier trying to race for it. Nope. But it gets to Paulo Sabak. That's out for a throw for Arcahaie. 8th minute. Defended away, no foul. They play the advantage. Awuah. Akinyoti. Ford. And that's out for a throw. Grant could not keep that in. Throw in. But Forge is still dominating, honestly. 9th minute, 0-0. We're already going. They're going to score by the 15th minute. They have to. Akinyoti. Oh. Up to Babuli, but it just didn't go right. 9th minute. They have the ball. They could break here. Centered to Sabak. Back to Crutzen. To Akinyoti. Edgar. We could have 2 Canadian teams in the Champions League next season if Forge pulls it off. Yes, we could. And it does sound like if Forge wins, they're just going to give the Canadian championship spot to Toronto. Like, they'll still have it, but that's for only the continuity of the competition. Chouanier, and it's taken away from him, but it goes straight back to Sabak. Keeps it. Fouled, but Awua, nope, free kick. 10th minute. So that's what it sounds like. They are having the game. They are, the Canadian Championship final. But it still may be that if Forge wins, they give the Canadian spot to Toronto, the championship spot to Toronto. So they both qualify anyway. They would just have the match for the continuity of the competition. I don't think that changed because they're playing the game. And with a new manager, we should beat them anyway. I would have been scared had we kept Vanny, but we'll see in January. If not, in a couple of hours. Free kick for Forge in the 11th minute. 0-0. Can they score here? Sorry. They will take the free kick. Becker swings it in. Header over the bar. Goal kick for Arcahaie. Header over the bar. New subscriber. Love it. They take the free kick or goal kick. Sabak trying to defend it, bring it to Forge, and that will go out for a throw. They'll let it go out, and they'll take the throw, Forge. Let's see. They take it in their offensive zone. They take it to Akinyoti. No, it goes back to Crutzen. That was kind of a bad pass to take. Awua. Crossed in. And that's going to drop to a Arcahaie defender. No. I live near St. Louis, Missouri. It's a long story of why I'm a Toronto sports fan, but when the CPL started, I picked Forge because I did. Because they were a Toronto area team, but I didn't want to root for Ryan Telfer because I have an agenda against him. I didn't think he was good, and I still don't think he's good. He wasn't great in the Island games, by the way. He wasn't great with Toronto. He was only good that first season in the CPL, but I picked Forge because Kyle Becker and because they didn't have Telfer, and they were Toronto area. And the Kohler scheme was cool, but they're a good team. I picked the right one. Looks like York 9 is falling apart at the seams. So I think I picked the right one. In the CPL, I did. I think I picked the right one. So, with Bobby Smirniotis and all that, I think I picked the right one. York 9's falling apart at the seams. Like, they're losing all their players. Except Telfer, he's still going to be there. Because he failed in Cyprus. The dude isn't good. Like, seriously, the dude sucks. He's not good. He failed in Cyprus. He sucks. On Ale Arcahaie. So we got another Arcahaie fan here. 14th minute, goal kick up, but Forge picks it back up. Crutzen to Chouanier to Samuel. Or Awua. Awua. Oh, they get the break here. Cross it in. Blocked. It's out for a throw for Arcahaie. 14th minute. Awua got dispossessed. Richardson took it down. They get a throw in right near the box. This could be bad. 14th minute. Arcahaie is finding their feet. They're finding their feet. They're finding their feet right now. Throw in. Up. Brought down. Forge could bring it back. Babouli brings it back. Becker up for Chouanier, but it gets back to Arcahaie. little bit too far. Foul, free kick for Forge anyway. 15th minute. Did Babuli shave his head? Well, okay. That's why he didn't look familiar. He shaved his head. Why do players do that? Like, seriously, though, seriously, it's kind of weird because, like, if you have long hair and then shave your hair in the middle of a competition, that's not fair to somebody who's trying to, watch it and be like, oh yeah, there's Babuli. Yeah, that's not fair. Especially when I'm so of course he looked invisible. I was expecting long hair. Longish hair. It wasn't like long, but you got my point. So that's why he was invisible. Kwame Awua gives it up. Goes back to Arcahaie. Thomas picked it up. Clifford Thomas picked it up. But now it's a throw in for Forge. Awua will take. 15th minute into the 16th. Becker. Ford. Oh, that's out for another throw, but right near the box. Awua will put this one in as well. Arcahaie is trying to keep them from scoring. Like, they're doing well. And that's another bad pass from Becker. Arcahaie could break here. And Babuli with a good defensive play. That's out for a throw. Thomas Richardson made the interception in the 17th minute, and now they'll throw it in. That will be Alan Pierre to make the throw in the 17th minute. Throw in Ford. Chouanier taps away. It picks up. Chouanier. Back to Edgar. I do watch Liga MX. If they play the final on the 13th of the Laguilla, I will do a live for that. At least I'll try. I think I could fit it in. And what club do I like? I don't really like a club from Mexico. I watch it more for scouting purposes because they're Toronto's rivals, especially in the Champions League. So I watch more of the top half, the teams that end up in the Laguilla, because they'll be in the Champions League. So I'm not really a fan, but if I like a club, the club I respect the most is Chivas because they beat us, and the way they beat us and the situation they were in, I respect them. We blew it. They beat us, and the way they did, they fought hard to do it. I respect Chivas, and you know what? I hope they win the Laguilla because they're still in. They're in. They're in the semifinals. Like, I hope they win it. So okay, Chivas, I guess. I know that's weird. It's weird in soccer. Whenever in football, when Toronto loses to a team in a playoff, I kind of end up liking them or respecting them. But in every other sport, I hate the team that beats my team. It's weird. Well, no. Well, if it's in a semifinal or a final, whatever. So I guess Chivas. I hate Club America though. I really hate Club America and Miguel Herrera. I really hate them. And that's why the Champions League final in December is going to end up being Montreal and America. The enemy of my enemy is my friend for a day, 19th minute. Arcahaie has it in their defensive zone. They pass it forward. Picked up by Grant Akinyoti, Edgar. So that's the way I feel. Ford. Chouanier. Can they keep it up? Nope. It is back to Arcahaie, but Akinyoti gets it back at midfield. Ford from Edgar to Becker. Samuel. Becker. You have another Arcahaie fan here. They're playing well, though, I have to admit. Union going to their first CONCACAF next season. Yes, I saw that because they won the Shield. They're going to do, hopefully they do well. They'll at least get to the quarterfinals. And then they may choke. Who knows? Sorry about that. Back to it. The 20th minute, 0-0. Forge has it. Crutzen. Forward for Awua. To Sabak. Sabak gets dispossessed. Arcahaie are breaking down Forge's press for sure. They're actually doing pretty well. I have to admit, Arcahaie is doing better than I expected them to. Even though Forge kind of dominated early on, 20th minute, they're doing pretty well. Have to say. Crutzen, 20th minute, 0-0. Akinyoti to Becker. Nice layoff there. Akinyoti keeps it to Edgar. Ford for Samuel to Grant. Samuel to Edgar to Crutzen. Crutzen forward. Running forward, passes it to Awua, and that's a bad pass back to Sabak. Arcahaie can break here. Even though Union were winning, they still had weaknesses. True. Awua brings it down, passes it forward to Akinyoti, to Becker, to Sabak. Can Sabak go forward? Yes, he does. Passes it in right to the goalkeeper. A little bit too far forward for Babuli to get there. 21st minute, 0-0. That was a bad pass, though, seriously. Crutzen, forward. Arcahaie picks it up with an interception there. 292 subscribers, love it. That was a nice play there. I don't know what Crutzen was thinking. 22nd minute, getting into it. Throw in from Pierre. And that's a throw in for Forge. Bad pass by Clifford Thomas. That was a really bad pass. That was bad. 22nd minute. 0-0. Forge. Crutzen. For Grant. Up the pitch. To Grant. To Samuel. To Edgar. Crutzen goes forward. Playing the possession. Can he get one? To Becker. Yes. Becker forward. Passes it to Schwanier. Schwanier on the wing. Passes it to Awua. Awua passes back to Crutzen. Up the pitch for Grant. Keeps it in. He's on the wing. Crosses it in. Saved. Saved by Romont. 22nd minute. 0-0. He got off his line and saved that. Your thoughts on Sporting Kansas City? They're definitely going to make the Western Final, but they'll probably, honestly, now that I think about it, they'll probably lose to Seattle. If they can't beat Seattle, Seattle's winning the Cup. But Kansas City's a good team. I'd love to see them make the MLS Cup Final because the way I see it, the two finalists are probably the other two teams going to CONCACAF for MLS. The other two. Because they have the MLS's back winner, they have the Supporters Shield winner, then they'd have the Cup finalists, and then the Canadian champion, Toronto FC. If that is the case. Or if Forge wins, it would be Toronto. Well, they'd be in that spot. Awua crosses in. Goes straight to Romont in the 24th minute. 0-0. So, I'd love to see it so I could easily go to a CONCACAF game next year, whether that's Forge or Toronto. Because, I mean, I'm only like 4 hours away. So we'll see what happens there, but I would go to a Forge or Toronto game in Kansas City if people are allowed to in the Champions League. That's out. Will that call that a foul or a throw-in? They call it a foul for Forge. So, but I feel like the MLS Cup finalists are going to the Champions League. That's the way they're going to do it because there was there was no Open Cup And then the other conference and the MLS Cup spot is still the MLS Cup spot. So we'll see. 25th minute, 0-0. Forge playing forward. Soigné to Babuli. And it gets passed back. Arcahaie gets it back. That would be awesome. Yes, it would be. 25th minute. Still 0-0. The pitch is horrible out there. I swear. The pitch is horrible out there. Like Forge is playing well, but they're rusty. The pitch is horrible. So the way they're performing is actually pretty well, but the pitch is slow. Like, down to Tristan Henry, 26th minute. 0-0. They play it forward. Akinyoti. Dispossessed. Luis Jean picked it up. He crosses it in, and that goes back to Sabak. Still, in the 26th minute, Forge has it. Can they keep it in? No, that's out for a throw. Aren't they letting a few fans in? I saw handfuls of fans in Orlando. I know Kansas City are letting fans in, but I don't know if CONCACAF would tell them, no, you can't. Like, I don't know if CONCACAF is going to be like, no, nobody can have fans in the 16 teams. I don't know what they'll do, but in the MLS, Kansas City had fans. So I'm hoping that if they get in and Toronto and Forge get in, if they play each other, they'd still have fans. But I don't know what CONCACAF's going to do. I don't think CONCACAF's allowed fans in any of these games, and probably that's right. We'll see what happens when they get closer to the final. Forge has it. Ford, Grant, Edgar. Edgar runs forward. Grant crosses into Edgar. Edgar's getting near the box. Babuli in, has the ball. And that will go out for a goal kick. 27th minute, 0-0. What was that? That was for Pierre. Pierre Ford for Clifford Thomas. That's back to the goalkeeper. 28th minute, 0-0. I don't know who's going to score the first goal. I really don't. Forge has been dominating. They really should have scored by now. Header away. Becker gets it back. Soigné keeps it. Fouled. But that's going to roll back to Arcahaie. They're not going to call it. They're going back. Arcahaie in the 28th minute. They're holding on. They're holding on. Can Forge find a breakthrough? We'll see. 29th minute. Crossed up. And that's picked up by Forge. Soigné, Sabak, and that's popped away. Passes it forward. Henry punches it away. He should have just caught that. What was that? Babuli has it. Babuli brings it forward, and that's not going to go through. Arcahaie gets it back. Union will be better next season, not just on paper, but probably go deeper in playoffs. I would see that after what happened. Union will probably go to CONCACAF semifinals. I wouldn't hate it if the finals Toronto versus Philadelphia. I would not hate it. I would not hate that at all. I would not hate that at all. It would be worth it if they face a Mexican club. Leon, America, Monterrey, and Cruz Azul are all in for the next Champions League. I would see them allowing fans like CONCACAF, maybe for the Mexican clubs, and they'd be like, well, we kind of have to everywhere else. Toronto fans want Dominic Tarrant to be our manager. I swear to God, no. 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 I'd actually rather them promote DKO or Jason Bent than us get Dominic Tarrant. I want Maurizio Sarri. But Tarrant? No. We got to give him his players. We already have 3 full DP spots. He's going to complain just like he did in New York. I know. I know. I caramba. No. Back to the point. 30th minute, 0-0. Forge is in possession. Goes up to Samuel, and he gets dispossessed. Clifford picks it up. Goes back to the center back. 30th minute. Oof. 0-0. 15 minutes to go for halftime. Arcahaie is playing well, I have to admit. Better than I expected them to against Forge. Becker brings it down. Controls the ball. Passes it forward. And that goes straight to the Arcahaie defender, but Forge picks it back up. Samuel, Sabak gets fouled, but it goes out for a Forge throw. 32nd minute, 0-0. Can Forge find it? Forge has possession, passes it up, keeps it. Babuli for Grant, and that's going to be called a throw-in. That went out. I mean, if they face Toronto, Forge, or Kansas City, you'll get your money's worth. I was only going to go to Kansas City if they face Forge or Toronto. I'm not going to go to see them play a Mexican team, unless it's Club America. Okay, maybe Club America, because I hate Club America that much. I would do it. And I haven't been able to go to a football match since, hell, last August. So you know what? I may do it just to be spite. I may do that. Yeah, I may. You know, that's actually a good, yeah. Hate Club America. I wonder if Miguel Herrera's still there. Hold on. Somebody said he was available. He's still the manager of America. I thought so. Yeah. 33rd minute. Crutzen. What do you think about USL merging with MLS being a second division pro rel behind MLS being the first division? I wouldn't hate it. Now, I don't think MLS needs pro rel. I don't think it's needed. I think it would be better if the MLS 2 sides became a reserve league, which is what they're trying to do, and let the USL be its own thing. But if that led to promotion relegation, I wouldn't hate it. And a merger, I wouldn't hate it, but I don't have a problem with the current system. I'm not one of those pro-rel truthers. I really don't care. Like, I see why they don't do it. I'm not gonna, like, foam at the mouth for it. Edgar for Crutzen in the 34th minute, 0-0. Passes up to Chouanier. Back to Akinyoti. To Becker. To Akinyoti. Crutzen playing forward down the wings. They're going to play it back to Akinyoti, who's playing sort of a center back role. Edgar. That's to Grant. That's another throw-in for Arcahaie. That's 34th minute. Billy will take the throw-in. Billy Anasius. Take the throw-in. And that goes back. They're going to put that out for a corner for Forge. That's a goal kick? Oh, he let it out. so okay. 35th minute, 0-0. They're getting their subs ready. Somebody's got to break this game open. Still 292 subs. Thank y'all. Where we stand. Ford. For Samuel to Sabak. Sabak tries to play it, but he's just getting ran back. Crossed in to Samuel. Handball. That's a free kick. 35th minute. 0-0. 10 minutes to go in the half. Had to reply to a tweet there. Plays it forward. Grant to Sabak. That's out for a throw. Ugh. There's a big market for mid-sized, smaller market, big cities in the U.S. for pro rail. Some are playing in the USL. St. Louis is already there. These clubs have international stars from South America. Very worth to go watch them. These are the clubs that fans in the U.S. want to go see, especially America, Cruz Azul, and Monterrey. They have a heavy fan base like Chivas. Some of the USL Championship top teams have better fan support than some of the MLS bottom teams. I don't disagree. I'd rather have Louisville in the league than like a Real, Salt Lake, or DC. I'm not lying. Cross in. Grant. Fouled. They're going to give the goal kick. 37th minute, 0-0. And one of the Arcahaie players may have been fouled. But seriously, I'd rather see somebody like a Louisville or a New Mexico or Vegas in the league than a Real, Salt Lake, a DC, or who else is there? Chicago. Don't tell if you're a fan of Sons of a Pitch, don't tell Nick that I said that, but it had to be said. I just pulled that one out of my sleeve, but don't tell him. Corner kick for Forge. They have it. Crosses in. Brought away. Another corner for Forge. 38th minute. Still 0-0. I don't mean no disrespect to Chicago, but they got the money to back them up, so we'll see. Crosses in. Arcahaie keeps it. Arcahaie keeps it. Goes back to Forge, out for a Forge throw-in the 38th minute. Forward. Babuli doesn't get it taken away from him. And that goes back. Schwanier makes a bad pass. Almost dispossesses Arcahaie, but it still has it. They still have it. 39th minute. Thomas Richardson has the ball. Passes it to Ford. Schwanier. No. Head it up. Becker to Henry. Why would you head it back? Put it forward. 39th minute, 0-0. I think them playing Babuli as a false nine is not a great idea. Sabak right now. He's basically playing as a false nine. Hello from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Hello, Marcelo. Tried. Hello, Brazil. I don't know Portuguese, so I can't. I know the word, but I forgot it. Sabak. I think I know what hello is there. Foul on the outside of the box, right at the line, right at the end line. That's going to be a free kick. They're going to card him. Number 17 fouled Sabak. Ignatius. Ignatius going to get a yellow card. That's a 40th minute. Foul, free kick right at the end line. Ignatius fouls Sabak. That was a bad foul. That should have been a red. I mean, okay, but I say introduce Pro Rel and let some of these USL teams win their way to the top division MLS, and I think it would actually bring in more fan interest. Okay, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. I'd love to see Louisville in the league. They've been champions basically the whole time. Ignatius gets a yellow. Charlotte, Austin FC and Charlotte, I think, are next year. Charlotte and Austin. Crutzen will take the free kick. Crutzen or Becker. Somebody will swing it in. Plays it forward. 40th minute. 5 minutes to go before maybe first half stoppage time. Crutzen standing over it. Crossed in. Brought down. No foul. Header up. Oh! Didn't get the shot off. 41st minute. Awua could have dispossessed him. Obrigado, amigo. Obrigado. That sounds about right. Yeah. Babuli gets dispossessed. He was in against 3 defenders, and they're offside. Free kick for Forge in the 42nd minute. Seems like New Mexico, Las Vegas, and also San Diego is a big base for football. Yeah, the Loyal would also be a nice team to put in MLS. I could see that. 293 subscribers. You love it. Thank you, whoever's subscribed. Love to see it. Happy to see it. Like this. Get this in the algorithm, and we'll keep on going up. Love it. Babuli gets dispossessed. That's a throw in for Forge in the 42nd minute. Awua will take. Awua on the wing. Tries to play it forward. Babuli. No, he keeps it, but it goes a little bit too far to Arcahaie. But it's right back to Forge. Crutzen. What? There's a free kick for Forge. 43rd minute, 0-0. Austin, I could see a Mexican DP joining them. I wonder who. I saw Miguel Layun having a trip there. I saw a post of that. Are you trying to bring up Layun? That's a bad idea. He's not a good center back. That's just as bad as bringing in Omar Gonzalez. Yes, I said it. Cross in, Becker. Header! Oh, saved! Saved! Samuel. Back to Forge. Yes, they still have it. It's getting really bad up. Foul. Free kick. Forge. But yeah, I saw Miguel Layun make a post with a trip in Austin. I think I know where that's going. Why would he go to Austin? Like, it's not worth going to Austin just to go to Austin. He's going to Austin to play there. I'm just saying. Pierre-Paul gets a yellow. Free kick in the 44th minute. Crutzen. '44th minute. He swings it in. Header! Down! In! Goal! Babuli! 1-0! Offside! It was offside! The run was offside. They call it back. They're going to call it offside. Edgar was off for his header. That's why. 44th minute, still 0-0. Fabuli scored, but it was an offside header. I agree. That would be better. Damn it. Yeah, I agree. I would bring Hector Moreno and Henry Martin from America. Yeah, that'd be better than Lyoun. What idiot's not paid attention? Huh? Saw him being a loser. Grant! No. Sabak. Ford. 20 seconds. Can they play something here? Penalty! They're not going to call it. Oh, they will. Penalty for Forge FC right at the end of the half. They're going to call it. They're going to call it. There they go. San Diego's crosstown rivals will be Club Tijuana, Zolos, Liga MX. It would draw a huge fan interest in the Pacific Southwest. Sadly enough, it would always be a friendly because Zolos isn't good anymore. They were in the Champions League like twice. They're not good anymore. If they were in the Champions League with San Diego, that would be good, but it's going to be a friendly almost every time. But we got a penalty. Who's going to take it? Daniel Crutzen? Penalty and stoppage time. 45 plus 1. Will Daniel Crutzen put it away and score another penalty? Will they go up? Daniel Crutzen. Here we go. Arcahaie. Daniel Crutzen runs up. Goal! Forge FC. Daniel Crutzen right at the half. 1-0 puts the penalty away for Forge FC. 1-0 Forge. 1-0 Forge. Goal. 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 Goal de Forge FC. 1-0. Penal de Crutzen. 1-0. Yeah, San Diego has a huge Zolos fan base. Goal. 1-0. Second minute, they have the kickoff. And that's halftime. 1-0 Forge. I will take a short break. And I will be back. We'll talk about the stats and we'll go on to the second half. So, see y'all soon. I'll be back in a second. There they go. Showing highlights of El Tráfico. Well, with that said, at the half, 1-0, 45 plus 1. Daniel Crutzen penalty goal to make it 1-0 Forge. The stats will be, we're showing the stats now. There we go. Share screen, pop it up. New Ford. No, not Twitter. Comparison. 1 shot for Arcahaie, 3 for Forge, no assists for either team, 3 steals to 8 steals, 11 fouls to 6 fouls, 35% possession to 65% possession, 2 offside to 2 offsides, 2 corners for Forge, 0 for Arcahaie, 67 passes, correct passes for Arcahaie, 193 for Forge, 22 incorrect passes for Arcahaie, 17 for Forge, 89 passes for Arcahaie, 210 for Forge, 75% pass accuracy, 92% pass accuracy. And here's a stat that y'all didn't hear, that you won't hear. Forge held Arcahaie to a 0.0 expected goals in the half. That's the first time that's ever happened in the CONCACAF League, to where a team held another to a 0.0 expected goals in a half. It's the first time that's ever happened was this match. Seriously, I'm an expected stats or a analytical stats nerd, even though I don't like math. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, Forge held Arcahaie to a 0.0 expected goals. Seriously, it's like nuts. It's nuts. I can't believe it. But yeah, with those stats, Forge are dominating. Oh, they're showing a commercial for the Champions League return. You'll love to see it. The champions are back December 15th, the Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League. And yes, we're doing live streams for all 4 days. The 2 quarterfinals, the first 2 quarterfinals, the semifinal, the first semi, and the final if Montreal doesn't make it. So I should say 3 out of 4 at least, if not Montreal making it. I don't want to, I don't know why I don't want to do a live for that. But I'd rather watch it with, if it's Forge or not Forge, Montreal. Rather watch it with my family. They're either going to see me depressed or happy. We'll see. I'm new to this particular competition. I know Forge had a great season in the Canadian Premier League. Would Forge be considered favorites for this match? Yes. Even though they're away and their coefficient is lower than Arcahaie's, Forge would be considered favorites because they're the better team. They're the stronger team. They were the better team in their league. They're just way stronger than Arcahaie. Arcahaie is a 4-year-old club, but they have not become as strong as Forge has in 2 years. So Forge are the favorites. The new version of the League's Cup was supposed to be 8 MLS teams and 8 Liga MX teams. San Diego and Tijuana could have competed against each other in that format in the future, but COVID hit. They'll probably bring it back next year. The only reason they didn't play it this year because of the short season. Are you rooting for Montreal? Hell no. Why would I? Hell no, why would I? You think I'm going to sell myself out just because a Canadian team's playing in Champions League? Especially them? Maybe Vancouver. Maybe all the CPL teams, but not Montreal that aren't Forge, but not Montreal. I'm not doing that. Why would I root for them? That would just be heresy. I want to see them choke. Well, I want to see every MLS team choke that isn't Toronto until they win their first Champions League. Then whatever happens, happens. Then if Toronto's not there, I'll root for somebody. But I want Toronto to win it first anyway, so you know. So until next year, right now, I want every MLS team to choke in the Champions League. Especially Montreal. But I want LA. I hate LA just as much. LAFC. Want them. Atlanta's already done the job. Tigres, Tigres and NYCFC, that could go either way. It's only a 1-0 score line for the second leg. New York could get through that. LA Cruz Azul's a 1-leg tie. LA could get through that, but they lost to Seattle. They're not going to beat Cruz Azul. Why would they beat Cruz Azul? Yeah, the best is probably like one MLS team in the semis this year. We'll see what happens. But no, I'm not rooting for Montreal. I want Toronto to win the CONCACAF Champions League for MLS first anyway. Do you think Forge will win the CONCACAF League, or will they at least reach the final? The next team they have to play, if they win this match, would be the winner of Marathon versus Saprissa, which is playing later tonight. The loser of that would face the loser of this match, Marathon Saprissa. Saprissa were last year's champions. They're the favorite against Marathon. They were last year's champions. Now, the thing about the CONCACAF League is whenever the last year's champions make it back, they don't win the next year. They don't repeat. But I do think Forge has a chance in the semifinals. If they beat Tauro, I think they could beat Saprissa. I really do, away. Montreal's 2-0 down. Olympia scored twice. Montreal scored once. And Olympia has 2 away goals. New York is 1-0 down. But back to that, I think Forge could reach the CONCACAF League final. Everything has to go right in the next game in January, but they could reach it. I do think so. They have to win tonight. Everything has to go right against Saprissa, but I think they could do it. I have a feeling they will, you know. So we'll see. We'll see. I think Forge will make it. I think they will. I believe in them. They're a good team. They're a very good side. I would see them making it. Let's see what happens in the second half, though. And the Raptors ain't playing on Christmas Day. That sucks. That sucks. But yeah, Forge is dominating so far. Somebody on Reddit brought up Marky Delgado's miss in stoppage time in the 28 CCL final, and the awful memories came flooding back. It should have been ours right there and then. If he put it on frame, I think he would have scored. He put it way too high. Like, seriously, it was. The thing is, I don't know. That was horrible. Marky should have scored. We had multiple chances, and the thing is honestly, we should have had 2 goals at BMO. We had so many chances at BMO at home in the first leg. We should have scored another goal. It should have been 2-2 going down to Guadalajara. And what happens then? We win. Because they would have scored a third. We would have scored 4. It would have been 4-3 on aggregate. If we would have scored 1 goal at BMO, it wouldn't have mattered. That's how bad it is. That's how bad that we performed. Well, at least in the first leg. We didn't take our chances. It was like, I think they thought everything the fans did. They thought, oh, it's Chivas. We beat Tigres in America. We could beat Chivas easily. They're dead last in the Clausura. That they probably thought what we thought. Kind of like the same reason they lost to Nashville. Deep down, they probably thought what we thought, that they weren't going to beat us. That's not what you should do as a footballer. I can talk all the crap I want, but y'all should know it's any given game. And I feel like they didn't know that. I feel like they didn't feel that against Chivas and against Nashville. They didn't feel that. They felt like me. I'm the one who's supposed to talk crap. I'm the fan who has the big voice. I'm the one who's supposed to talk crap. You're not the one who's supposed to believe that. Am I a problem? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm a problem. I don't know. But I wasn't on YouTube when they played Chivas. So I don't think I'm the problem. It must be their mentality, or at least Vanny's. But hey, at least he's gone. At least he's gone. You're right. I do see America winning it. Yeah, America is probably going to win the Champions League this year, so I'm fine with that. Do you think another Canadian team will reach the finals in CCL like Montreal and Toronto had before an MLS team will? If you're talking about like Toronto, I think they'll make the final next year. With a new manager, whether it's Maurizio Sarri or somebody who's better than Greg Vanney, I think we're going to make the final. And if we make the needed changes with a new manager, I think we'll do just fine. This team is better than what Vanney made them look like. This team is way better. Anybody. Like, they were covering his ass most of the time. Next year, we should make the Champions League final. We should. And you know what? Damn it, we'll probably win it. We're better. The team that was about to win the Shield is what we really are, or at least closer to what we really are. Us in the slump that we were, that wasn't us. Toronto's going to make the Champions League final next year with a new manager and the changes that they need. The last American team who made it to the finals was RSL in 2012, I think. And guess who was the president of their club back then? Bill Manning. The same person who's president of Toronto FC. So take that as you will. Take that as you will. So take that as you will. Take that as you will. So we're getting ready for the second half. Forge is up 1-0. They've been dominating most of the match. Let's see if they finish it off. The Montreal Ultras are pissed off about the Impact changing their name to Montreal FC. I would be pissed off too. I actually agree with them for once. Canadian Soccer Association president, the new Canadian Soccer Association president, Nick Bontis, says the priority for the CSA is to convince investors to put an NWSL team in Canada before they get a CPL women's part. I'll root for any MLS team in CONCACAF to stop the domination of Liga MX's teams, but I always respect Liga MX's teams. I want Toronto to win it first, all right? We've gotten close twice. We got to the semis in 2012 and the finals in 2018. We've got closer more times than any other MLS team has, okay? And one of those times was when we were jack shit. I'm just saying, we deserve to win it first. If not us, nobody can. I want Mexico to win it if we can't win it. Then after we win it, I'll root for any MLS team. But we have to win it first. We have to win it first. If it's not us, it can't be nobody else. It is what it is. I may be an ass for that, but I don't care. So I don't care. It's Toronto versus everybody. It's us first, and then you can have yours. Let's go Arcahaie FC. We got more Arcahaie fans. Wow. You love to see it. I went to the 2 exhibition matches, Union versus Pumas in the past. It's pretty exciting. I'm sure it was. Hopefully CONCACAF is just as exciting for you. 46th minute. Arcahaie has it. Early possession. But let's remember, Forge put them down to a 0.0 expected goals in the first half. So back to their center backs. Forge was already pressing them. They're getting forward quick here. Cross in. Brought down. Passed back. And Arcahaie has it. Clifford Thomas has it. Goes forward. Becker passes it back. Right back to Sully for Arcahaie. Forge is still dominating, but they're getting pressed a bit harder here. Becker. Back to Grant. Crutzen. Or actually, that was Awua. That was actually Awua. I got it mixed up. Yeah, they changed sides. Yeah. So it looks like the other side. Yeah, okay. Tristan Henry with a goal kick in the 47th minute. Still 1-0. Good match so far. 294 subscribers. You love to see it. Whoever subbed, thumbs up. Thank you. Like the video, like the stream. Let's get it into the algorithm and let's see more people get into here, okay? Love it. I really do need to start up a Cash App, though. Wink. I think I'm going to watch the other CONCACAF League game after this. Arcahaie has it in. They could cross it. And it goes back, but Forge. Sabak. Forward. For Babouli. Babouli can get it forward. Crosses it up. Oh, and it drops. There's a foul for Forge. A free kick right at the edge of the box. Right at the edge of the box. There's a free kick. They could score again here. Score again here. Let's see. And that was Grant. He was brought down for a free kick. Who's going to stand on it? Stand over it. Somebody. Would you like Chicha Tronco at Toronto FC? Hell no. I'd rather keep Josie. I'd rather keep Josie than have Chicharito. Greg Vanny can have Chicharito because he's going to LA. Chicha sucks. I hope to see Vanny fail. I could have, and I'll tell people I told you so about Vanny. I told you so that he got his ass covered up by every player who was good on this team. Be like, I told you about him, that he was a fraud. He needed Pozuelo. He needed Io. He needed Javinko. He needed good Josie. I want to see him fail. I know that's mean, but whatever. Crutzen off the bar. I knew what Vanny is the whole time. Samuel offside. That's a goal kick. I know that sounds bad, but I know what Vanny was. He was always a fraud. He got found out after 2018 in the Champions League. He's a fraud. I've been telling people. Just because our players are good doesn't mean Vanny is. Now, I thank him for what he's done, what he's led us to. I do. But I want somebody like a Maurizio Sarri who actually knows football tactics and doesn't need his players to just be good. We already have the system for Sarri ball. But he can actually use his tactics to make the team exactly what I think they are instead of what they actually are. What I say this team is than what they actually are. Vanny got held up by his players. He goes to LA with Chicha Tronco. You know how bad that's going to look? I'm going to tell you, I told you so. I told you so the whole damn time. I told you so the whole damn time. Montreal would have lost in the semifinals. Toronto would have won the whole damn thing. Injured Toronto would have still beat that shit Real Madrid that year. Seriously, they would have done it. Al-Ain almost beat Real Madrid. We would have been, if we would have won the Champions League in 2018, we would have won the Club World Cup. I'm serious. I'm serious. We would have won it somehow. I don't know. In spite of Vanny, but still, we would have won it. Now, Montreal would have lost in the semifinals or won the third place match. I don't know. They weren't great. They got lucky. It was like Jack McInerney most of the time. They deserve to lose to America. We actually deserve to win the 2018 Champions League. There's your difference. There's Grant. Samuel passed back to Arcahaie. 50th minute. Chicha does suck. I don't want him near the national team. I give him props for being the first Mexican winning the EPL. That's it. Like, the only reason the Galaxy were good for the past 2 years before they got Chicha in 2018 and 19 was because they had Zlatan. LA Galaxy want Vanny as their new manager. That's probably why he left. And he's going to have Chicharito as his biggest player and maybe Christian Pavon. Pavon is the better player, but that's not going to save him. Like, all he has is Pavon. That's it. That's it. Pavon. That's it. I can't wait to see him. I really can't wait to see him fail so I could say I told you so about him. I told you this is what we needed. I told you so. I can't wait to say it because it's been the way it is. It is the way it is. I know how exactly this is going to go. Like, I'm not afraid to tell the truth. Like, okay, you get pissed at me. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to people about Toronto FC. This is my club. I want people, or any game I talk about, but especially Toronto. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I don't care whose feelings that hurts. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't like Michael Bradley. I don't care whose feelings that hurts. I don't. It's true. He's not good anymore. I never really liked Vanny. I don't care whose feelings that hurts. He was always a fraud. I don't care. I'm going to tell the truth because the truth hurts. If that makes me less of a fan or less diehard than other people, fine. But I actually care. That's the point. I know other people actually care, but I care enough to tell the truth. I care enough to tell you what I see and what I know and what I recognize. I'm not going to back somebody up because they're the only person who brought us a damn trophy or multiple trophies, gave us our best 7 years. I don't care. That doesn't back you up from any criticism. The problem with now, I love Toronto, but the problem with this club is the how do I put this? Is the nostalgia. Because things have been going so well, everybody who's gone on at this point is untouchable. And especially Bradley after the Trinidad stuff and Vanny. I've never it is what it is, but I don't care who's untouchable. I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't give a crap about invincibility. I don't care who's untouchable. I'm telling the truth, and I told the truth. And oh, Josie too. But actually, people went after him though because he was getting bad. But nobody's going to go after Bradley. Nobody's going to go after Vanny. But I'll do it. I don't care. If that pisses people off, it pisses people off. 294. Back to the point. Do you think any MLS Forge is attacking here? Hold on. Forge is attacking here. Crosses in. Babuli tries to chip it. Sabak. Sabak. Ford. Sabak. And he gets dispossessed in the 55th minute and 1-0. Back to the point. Do you think any MLS or Canadian teams are ready for more challenging tournaments like Libertadores or Sudamericana? Yes. At least Toronto. At least Toronto. I don't care about anybody. Just like CONCACAF Champions League. Toronto, they're ready. They're ready. Especially with a new manager. They're ready. And they're probably going to win it. Maybe LAFC is ready. Maybe Atlanta is. But Toronto's ready. I want to see them in it. They're probably going to win it. 55th minute. 0-0 or 1-0. Forge. Nothing else has happened. Arcahaie is in possession now. The pitch is horrible. It's the pitch. I think it's a slower pitch, but I think it may be turf. It's not a great pitch. That's the problem. It looks like it's actually a little bit of turf. Yeah, it looks like Independiente's pitch, like that one in La Chorrera when we lost that match because we were pissed off about the bounce variance and how fast it played. It's slow, but it's a horrible pitch. Henry with it, 56th minute. Forward. Sabak pushes it forward. He has it. Almost got fouled. Babuli plays it forward. Babuli to Awua to Babuli. Arcahaie is pressing. Fouled. Free kick Forge. I think the pitch is really bad, though. We're at 294 subscribers, by the way. I don't know if we just said that or that was new, but worse. Hold on. Free kick. I'll answer your question after this free kick's taken. Looks like Becker's over it. 58th minute, 1-0. Becker. Cross in. Header. Down. In. Oh, save. What a save. What a save by Arcahaie. They're going to go back down the pitch. But it goes back to Tristan Henry. Greg Vanney sounds like Jim Curtin in Philly. Curtin has good talent with a union, but he puts players in the wrong positioning and does not play all his best players. Here's the difference, though. I actually think Jim Curtin has a good handle on tactics, one, and they don't spend money. They only have one DP. Most of their players are academy players. They're supposed to have problems. They've overachieved, honestly. Philly overachieved this year. They've been overachieving. Arcahaie scores. Arcahaie scores. Oh my God. 1-1. 58th minute. Arcahaie scored. That was number 19. They give it away. Passed back. Henry. Taps off the Arcahaie player. And in. Oh my God. Well, Henry. Ball tapped in by number 19. That was Jolicoeur. Jolicoeur scores. Tapping it off Henry. What a mistake by Tristan Henry. It's 1-1 in the 58th minute. In the 59th minute, Jolicoeur. Kickoff. What happened? Oh, they're fixing Romont's net. '59th minute. They're fixing the net. That's exactly what I said. But Vanney. But the thing about Vanney is he has multi-million-dollar players. They're supposed to play that well. They play under expectations. There's your difference. And he don't know tactics. He lets the players save him. There's your difference. Net trouble, 60th minute. What a howler. DC United played Sudamericana and couldn't make it out of the group stage, and next year Pachuca won it. I think it was the first time the last MLS team played a CONMEBOL tournament. Maybe Toronto could. I think they could. Damn, it still ain't over. Come on, Forge. They're trying to fix the net, but Jolicoeur in the 58th minute with the goal. What the? I cannot believe this. What a howler given up by Henry. Like, that's just bad. They're going to fix the net. Slight delay in the 60th minute. There's going to be a good couple of minutes of stoppage time. But I cannot believe that. Bleh. 294 subs, by the way. 3 likes. That's pretty good. While I'm at it, let me check the... For 1-1. 61st minute, we're waiting. Yeah, that was great. 335 views. You love to see it. Looking at the analytics, that looks pretty good. Because we're gonna take the break, but they're gonna fix the net, and they're fixing it. 62nd minute. Very likely in the next couple of days, I hit 1,000 watch hours all the time. 688, 700 could be down the pipe. I like looking at analytics because I should. So with that said, they're about to start again. They're about to get restarted. They're getting this ready. Let's see where the MLS. Seattle plays at 8:30, so it's just about to start. I don't know. I think I'll watch the second CONCACAF game. Seattle versus Dallas. I don't think it's going to be as crazy as it was last year. I think Seattle's going to go through easily. Then I don't have to worry about anything to watch except Sporting KC on Thursday. Then I'll watch that. I'll do a RSR for that. I think Sons of a Pitch Soccer are doing a live stream reaction for that on Thursday, so check that out. We'll see. But yeah, this game is fun. It's kind of boring. It's kind of angry. It's kind of going to make me angry. We'll see what happens. Oh, they finally fixed the net. Okay. They finally fixed it. The Sigma guys on Forge have 100% had to wait for a net to be repaired back in their League One Ontario men's days. I might have been the one repairing it. Dwayne Rollins said that on Twitter, 24th minute. League One Ontario nets being repaired. Wow, I remember. I think I remember seeing that before. Oh boy, Arcahaie's already going back. Henry catches it. They're catching Forge flat-footed, but of course they are. CONCACAF. I really don't. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm doing an RSR for this game too, so technically I don't have to. And I don't like Dallas. I don't think they're that good of a team. I think they're boring. And I know Seattle's probably going to beat them. I'd rather see the team who's going to face Forge, because that game is the next CONCACAF League game. Or Arcahaie, because, well, technically, if we lose, we still have a play-in. So, you know what I mean. I'll watch the highlights later. Like Seattle beating Dallas 3-1. Dallas shouldn't even have got through Portland. They're not good. This isn't last year. It's not going to be crazy. That's not going to happen 2 years in a row, especially with a team who shouldn't even got through Portland. Portland sucked. That's what happened. They should have put away like 3 goals. It should have been over. Thomas Richardson in possession, passes it back. Anasius has it, and crosses it in. Throw in. 67th minute for Arcahaie. Four likes though. Anasius with a throw in, 67th minute. Throw in, header, out for a corner. Oh, they're going to call the goal kick. Okay. We got CONCACAF with a lineup. Oh, no. Yeah, I think Forge has been caught flat-footed. That's out for a goal kick. 68th minute, 1-1. We got to score. We have to score. There's going to be like 10 minutes of stoppage time, though, so we'll see. Zip ties! It could have been worse. They could have just realized how now that the lines for the 18-yard box weren't painted on correctly. Measure twice, paint once. Do I have to say it again? That's out for another goal kick, 68th minute. Play it forward. Forge. They're getting pushed back on the back foot. Arcahaie is actually getting no foul. They play advantage. Free kick. Forge. 69th minute. 1-1 still. Henry with a free kick. Don't do nothing stupid. 69th minute. Oh, Lucas Hansen scored a goal for Velez. Former Toronto man. Lucas Hansen. Lucas Hansen for Velez, by the way, in the Sudamericana. I want to see Lucas Hansen come back to Toronto. That's a sub in. Anthony Novak is in the 70th minute. Former Toronto man, Lucas. Here we go. Corner for Forge in the 70th minute. Can they score here? 1-1. Forge is a complete underdog today. All the Central Americans are cheering for Arcahaie. Forge is actually probably the better team. Edgar brings it down. That's out for a goal kick. 70th minute. Union has got a good player scouting and recruiting department. I don't think it's really so much Curtin. Good point. He's not like the technical director like Vanny was at TFC, which was also the problem. Zip tie 1. Zip tie FC 1. Forge FC 1 after 70 a minute. Somebody's down for Forge. Akinyodi. Oh, no. Or no. Crutzen. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jolicoeur knocked him down. Fouled him. Are we really going to get CONCACAF like this? Are we really getting CONCACAF like this? Are you kidding me? We're getting CONCACAF. Grant for Novak. Novak, yes, Vac. Just going to leave this here now for when he scores in the 90th plus. Well, we'll see. Novak, yes, Vac. Crutzen is off. They're going to check him, but he's not off yet. But they're down to 10 for time be. If Forge wins the trophy, will they add another slot or two for Canada in the CONCACAF League? I'd hope so. I'd hope so. I'd hope they get another slot. They put Forge up in the first slot in the guaranteed slots. They put a second slot in the preliminary slots, but they're not going to do that. But they should, but they're not. We'll see. Free kick for Forge in the 73rd minute. Second, 2 goals. Arcahaie fouls like it's going out of style. Yes, they do. Like it's actually kind of depressing. Play it forward. 1-1. That's going to be knocked back. Saved by Romont. And he kind of bodied the runner too, but sure. 73rd minute, 1-1. Bombs it down the pitch. Samuel, Ford. Ooh. Chouanier tries to take away possession. Sabak, Ford. Headed up by Grant. Chouanier. Sabak, Chouanier. Crossover, foul, but they're not going to call it. Arcahaie gets it back. Like, I think Arcahaie is trying to park the bus because Forge really should be scoring more goals than this. Oh, there's a foul for Arcahaie. That's just BS. I didn't see it. 74th minute, 1-1. Zip tie FC. Zip tie FC. Zip ties and CONCACAFings. What a day. Arcahaie has it at the corner. They head it away. Drops back to Arcahaie. Daniel Crutzen still playing on, by the way. 75th minute. Crutzen heads it away. Oh, no. Fouled. They give away the free kick for Forge. Thank God. 75th minute. That looked like a bad break. Grant. Crutzen. Up the pitch. Novak. Becker. Cross in. Chouanier. Backed away. Corner kick. 75th minute. Forge. 1-1. They're going to get a corner. Chouanier tries to rush it down, but he couldn't. We get a corner. Becker's going to take. Crossed in. And it just didn't get to Chouanier first. But if he would have got to that first, that would have been a goal. Easy goal. Corner kick. 75th going into the 76th. Sub for Arcahaie. Charles Osei in for Becker. Keeps it in. Cross. Backed out. Arcahaie has it. Breaks with a nice run. Nice run. Samuel. 76th minute. Fabuli. 45th plus 1 in the 58th. Crutzen in the 45th plus 1. Jolicoeur in the 58th to make it 1-1. 15 minutes to go before stoppage time and maybe penalties, which it goes straight to penalties if it's still tied after 90, which that scares the ever-loving hell out of me. That's what I think Arcahaie is trying to play for penalties, really, honestly. Offside for Arcahaie. Forge gets a free kick. I think Forge should be better at penalties, but Arcahaie, last time I thought a team would definitely win in penalties. It should be easy for them to do. I was wrong. That was the Canadian Championship in 2019. Didn't think Montreal had the composure. Novak keeps it in. They're going to let him play on. Good thing there's no VAR, because if there was, we'd probably get that one taken away if there was a goal there. 77th minute, 1-1. Akinyoti. Akinyoti has it again. 77th minute, 1-1. Uno. Crutzen. Up to Becker. Crossed in. Fouled. That'll be a corner for Forge, though. 78th minute. Going into the 78th. They're holding on. They're trying. They're trying. '78th minute. Corner kick. 1-1. Come on, y'all. Cadell Thomas is on. I think they needed that. Cadell Thomas is on for Sabak. They needed that one for sure. 78th minute corner for Forge. Chouanier is off. Also, I think that's Molson. Monty Molson on for corner kick in by Becker. Brought down. Novak. That's out for a throw for Arcahaie. '79th minute, 1-1. Sabak off for Mosin. Oh. I thought he was off for Chouanier was off for oh bleep. Henry catches it. 80th minute. Gets a goal kick. 1-1. Becker up. Thomas. They're gonna get one. No offside flag. Mosin. Thomas. Becker. Becker. Thomas. Arcahaie gets it back, or that was a Lua. Becker. So wait, what? Was that a foul? 80th minute. I think we're gonna go to penalties. They're really gonna make this hard on themselves. They're really gonna make this hard on themselves. I swear to God. I mean, there's gonna be like 8 minutes of stoppage time, so it's gonna be like 18 more minutes to 20 more minutes. So they're gonna get like an extra 10 minutes. It's like a mini extra time, but there's an injury for Arcahaie. Player goes off. They have not made no subs, honestly. CONCACAF. Zip ties. Forge FC. CONCACAF. Goal kick for Arcahaie. Crossed up. Header. Forge picks it up. Can they score late? Because, of course, they're either going to score late or go to penalties. Either way, Becker. Akinyoti. Crutzen, Becker. Up and out for a throw for Forge. 82nd minute, 1-1. We're going to probably go out of regular time with no goal and just like score and stoppage. Molson. That's out for a goal kick. Yeah, I would say so. That was right. Molson got bodied out there as a sub. Sadly enough. Romont gets the free kick in the 83rd minute. Forward. Thomas. Thomas keeps it in. No offside flag. He could go here. Thomas. Crossed in. Put away. Romont. Arcahaie's parking the bus well. They have closed the doors. Arcahaie have closed the doors and pulled the brake. Arcahaie have closed the doors and pulled the brake and battened down the hatches. That's not best thing, but whatever. Who cares? Crossed in. Ooh, boy. Thomas puts it forward. Becker. Up the pitch. To Mawson. That's going to be for Arcahaie. They go forward in the 84th minute. 1-1. They've battened down the hatches, parked the bus, and pulled the brake. Push it forward. Get it back. Get it back. Get it back. There they go. Novak tries to slide in to get it. Won't happen. Samuel heads it forward. Becker. Thomas. Akinyoti. Thomas. Becker. Becker. That's out for a throw. Who will it go to? Forge FC. 84th minute. 1-1. With probably lots of stoppage time in between and then possibly penalties. Edgar. The retiring David Edgar, whether there's a win tonight, he may have another match left. If they lose on penalties or lose tonight to Arcahaie, he would have the play-in left. But after December, he's retired. Can we make David Edgar go out a winner? Becker. Samuel. 85th minute. 1-1. Edgar goes forward. Tries to do something himself. Cadell Thomas shoots. And that's going to be a corner. It was blocked away by Arcahaie. 85th minute. Oh, we're getting more viewers because we know this one's going to go down to the wire. This one's going down the wire. We got a free kick, a corner kick, 85th minute, 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Kyle Becker going to the corner. Him and Mosin are in the corner. Looking to take. Crosses in. Header saved by Romont. Another save by Romont. Forward for Forge. Forge gets it back right off the corner. Forge, no offside flag. Cross in by Becker right to Romont. 86th minute, 1-1. Romont, high up the pitch. Babuli, why is he back? Henry, it's 1-1. Daniel Crutzen in the 45th +1 on a penalty. Joe LaCour off a bad pass back to Henry and tapped in the 58th to make it 1-1. It's the 86th minute. 4 minutes plus stoppage time. Down the wing. Here they go. Cross in. Novak! That's going to go out for a corner. Vamos, mi pais, Haiti, Arcahaie. They have parked the bus and pulled the brake. They've stuck their wheels in the mud. And they're trying to park this one to penalties. Can they do it? 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Probably 5 or 6. Probably 2, knowing CONCACAF after going like on a 10-minute quest for zip ties. Becker in. Becker, oh, they're telling them to stop. Then they'll take the corner. 87th minute, 1-1. It's getting down to the wire. Forge Can they win and go to the CONCACAF Champions League in 2021? The winner of this match goes to the Champions League. In 2021, the Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League. Can Arcahaie pull the upset, do the unthinkable, or will Forge get this one back? Becker in with the corner, header, down, saved, but Edgar keeps it in. Babouli crosses over, switches the play to Becker. Becker has it in the 87th minute, crosses in, brought down. Arcahaie defends it well. 88th minute, Forge picks it back up on the defensive end. Cadell Thomas to Grant or Awua. Straight to penalties. Becker. Arcahaie has it. That's out for a Forge throw. 88th minute. 2 minutes plus stoppage time. Straight to penalties if it ends tied. Edgar. Forward. David Edgar forward. For Samuel. That's out for Arcahaie throw in the 88th minute. 1-1. Forward. 88th minute. Cadell Thomas picks it back up. He has it. He's running down the wing. Cadell Thomas has it. Can he put a cross in? He's got room. He goes to Babouli. Babouli. Back to Akinyoti. Crutzen in the 89th minute. Mosin. Crutzen. Forward to Samuel. Crosses in. Header. No, nothing there. That's out for a goal kick, a free kick. 89th minute, minute plus stoppage time. Oh boy, here we go. Header by Babouli, the foul. Yeah, I see it. Oh, they got to play this one out. 89th minute, 1 minute plus stoppage time. Plays it up, header, back. Arcahaie still has it. 50 seconds plus stoppage time. They got a run in. And that'll go back to Kreutz. Oh, that's backed away. They clear it back a bit. That's better. 30 seconds plus stoppage time. That goes through, and that's going to get saved by Henry for a goal kick. Could have went out for a goal kick. I don't know why they worried about it. They're playing it forward. 20 seconds before stoppage time. Becker. Mosin in. It's going to go out for a throw for Forge. It's now stoppage time. How much minutes? 90th minute, 1-1. How many minutes of stoppage time? Haven't shown it yet. At least probably 4. Ford. Awua crosses in. 7 minutes of stoppage time. Babouli with a header. It falls to Arcahaie. They high booted up the pitch. It's going to go out for a Forge throw. 7 minutes of stoppage time. 90 plus 1. Into the 90 plus 1. 1-1. Then we go to penalties. What will happen here? Edgar. Samuel. Dominic Samuel. Gets to it. Fouled. Free kick for Forge FC. Oh no. Oh no. Go Forge. Yes, I agree. Go Forge. Arcahaie gets a free kick in the 90 plus first, almost 90 plus second. Here we go. We're getting close to a penalty shootout. Arcahaie makes the sub. Thomas Richardson is out. Exume is on. Johnny Exume is on. 90 plus 2. We have 5 more minutes to score or hold this up. Arcahaie is parking the bus. That's a handball, but natural position. They don't call it. And that goes up for a goal kick for Forge or Arcahaie. Arcahaie, 90 plus 2. It's getting close. Any goal, it's pretty much over. Becker fouls him. That's a free kick for Arcahaie. 92. He gets a yellow, Becker. 90 plus 2. Here you go. Here you go. Right under your comment. Look at that. Right under your comment. 3 minutes in. 2. Becker, there's a free kick for Forge. Right by midfield. Or free kick for Arcahaie. 90 plus 3. They've parked the bus. Can they score late? Luis Jean is off for Acedras. Felipe Acedras in penalty for Felipe Acedras. They've made the sub. 90th plus 3. Can Forge hold them back? Arcahaie has been parking the bus all night. 90 plus 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 more minutes. Goes forward. Arcahaie shoots. That's out for a goal kick. 90 plus 3. We're getting close to the end here, or at least the penalty shootout. We'll see what happens here. Forward. Header up. Mosen. He gets there, but he cannot. 90 plus 4. 5, 6, 7. Nearly 3 minutes to go. Edgar. The great David Edgar. The nearly retired David Edgar. Probably doesn't want to play another match. He probably wants this to be his last one, but if they lose, he still has to play the play-in next week. Forge. Ford. Crutzen. Ford. Mosen. That's going to go out for a goal. Corner kick. Oh, goal kick because they let it out. 90 plus 4. 5, 6, 7. 3 minutes to go. I just want the shootout. Headed forward by Forge. Becker puts it forward. Brought down by Edgar. They bring it forward. Right to Arcahaie's goalkeeper. Goal kick. 90 plus 5. 2 minutes more stoppage time. And there's a player down. Clifford is down. 90 plus 5. Oh boy, here we go. Why do I feel like we're going to lose on penalties? Or Forge? Why do I feel like they're going to lose on penalties? Scared. Let's see what happens. Clifford is down. He gets up. 90 plus 6. We're getting close. Plays it forward. 90 plus 6. Have faith. I do, but I'm kind of scared. You don't know how scarred I am by penalty shootouts, but this time it be Forge. You don't know how scarred I am about penalty shootouts, but at least it have another chance. So it's not like it's over, but, you know, I'd rather them. You don't know how scarred I am about penalty shootouts, or you should, but whatever. 30 seconds to go before the end of stoppage time. They play it forward. That's out for a Corner for Arcahaie. 90 plus, it's 6:37, 30 seconds before the end of stoppage time. They get a throw in. 20 seconds. Please, just blow the damn whistle when it hits 7. They're going to give them like another extra minute. Just blow the whistle. This is comedy. Billy throws in. Long throw in. They're going to score because obviously they are. That's going to be go down for a goal kick. Penalties right after stoppage time. Straight to penalties. They're going to take the goal kick, and they're probably going to call it as soon as they take the goal kick. Play forward. They're going to penalties. 1-1. 45 plus 1. Crutzen penalty. To get it 1-0 Forge, and then in the 58th, that was Jolicoeur off the what is it called? The rebound. Bad pass by they're going to take the penalties. Well, here we go. How's that not added on top of stoppage time? They had 2 minutes of injuries and 7 minutes of stoppage. You know what? They would have scored if they kept it. Don't ask. Arcahaie would have scored if they put those 2 minutes on, honestly. I'd rather it go to penalties. I'd rather it go to penalties. Oh, we're going to have another crazy penalty shootout, or is this going to be a normal one? I didn't see it, man. Oh. I tried. We going to pens. Somebody said no way there's 7 minutes were played. You know what? Honestly, I'd rather it be this way. But we'll see the penalty shootout. We'll see what happens. Marathon Saprissa, airing on the Fox Sports app, as we say. They'll show a little bit early or a little bit later. Somebody got CONCACAF. I don't know if it was us or them. I really don't know. Somebody got CONCACAF. I don't know who it was. But here we go. Forge versus Arcahaie. Who will win on penalties? Can Arcahaie pull the upset, or could Forge pull this one off? You know, of course, this is probably going to happen. Atlas lost to penalties to Toluca in 1999 in the final. We haven't been champions since 1951. I know the pain. Fair enough. But Toronto FC's like lost 3 trophies on penalties. It's not fun. We lost a Champions League spot last year on pens. We lost a Champions League on pens, and we lost an MLS Cup on penalties. It hurts. When you know it's kind of going to happen, but it still hurts because you still believe that maybe the tides will change, you know? But you still hurt because it doesn't change, you know? All right, here we go. Penalties. Looks like Crutzen will take the first penalty. Why wouldn't he? Crutzen will take the first penalty for Forge, it looks like. It looks like Crutzen. Daniel Crutzen. This is the first CONCACAF League shootout in the quarterfinals. Show off the TV. I don't want to get a copyright strike. They need to win this match for Champions League, MX, and MLS. Crutzen to take the first penalty. Will he score another one? Will he score another one? He made his one in the regular game. Can he make another penalty? Come on, Crutzen. Can he make it 3 for 3 in the CONCACAF League? Daniel Crutzen. Daniel Crutzen, first penalty. He runs up, takes, saved! Saved by Romont. Crutzen misses. That's 0-0. Arcahaie gets a penalty. Crutzen misses. Oh boy, here we go. Boy, this isn't good. We're going to go to the play-in, aren't we? Boom. Damn it. And he put it the wrong, and he went the right way. 8. That is Clifford Thomas. Clifford Thomas for a penalty. 0-0. Will Henry make the save, or will Clifford Thomas score? We will see. The captain, Thomas, versus Henry. Henry versus Thomas. Let's see. Clifford will run up. Clifford to run up. Arcahaie. Clifford, goal. 1-0. Oh boy. 1-0 Arcahaie. And Forge knotted up. Forge knotted up. Let's see. And he went down the middle. Damn. Clifford Thomas makes his. Forge will send up. They're sending up Akinyote Janssen. Akinyote takes the penalty. Saved! That's 1-0. Oh boy. Oh. They're losing on pens. Oh. Saved. Damn it. Right to Romont. Why are they so bad at penalties? Akinyote missed his penalty too. Akinyote Janssen missed his penalty. 2 missed by Forge, 1 scored by Arcahaie. Number 23, I think. That's a goal. 2-0. I hate penalty shootouts. Yeah. Des Roisers. No, wait, no. 21. That was number. Well, that was 4. Olnick. 4. Olnick. Olnick scored his penalty. It's 2-0. Forge has to score here. David Edgar. David Edgar, he has to score here. And Henry has to start making some saves. David Edgar! Goal! That's 1. 2-1. David Edgar scores. Okay, at least Forge has a chance to come back. Arcahaie 2, Forge 1 on penalties. David Edgar puts it into the corner. Now, Arcahaie. 17. That is Anasius. 3-1. Who kicked first? Forge. Forge kicked first. They've only scored 1. Arcahaie is second. It's 2-1 for a chance to make it 3-1. And that's in for a goal, 3-1. Anasius scores. Arcahaie is winning. Damn it. There has to be 2 misses or 2 saves for Henry. But first, we have to score both our penalties anyway. Babouli. Babouli has to make this. Babouli has to make this. Babuli. Mo Babuli. Former Toronto man. Mo Babuli. Now for Forge. Puts it in. Goal. Gives them a shot at life. Gives them a shot. Henry has to make a save here, or there has to be a miss. There has to be a save here, or has to be a miss. The pressure is on. The pressure is on. Both sides. Henry. Tristan Henry versus Arcahaie. Number 7, that is Charles Osei. Charles Osei. Can he make this penalty or will he miss? Charles Osei. If he makes it, Arcahaie wins. If he misses, Forge has to make their next one. Will Henry make a save or will Osei miss? He runs up. Saved! Oh, it went in. It went in off the hands of Henry. It's 4-2. Arcahaie wins. I hate penalty kicks. Well, that seals it. Arcahaie wins 4-2 on penalties, and they go on to the CONCACAF Champions League. Forge came so close, but Forge does have a play-in next week against the loser of Marathon versus Saprissa. Whoever loses that match will face Forge in the play-in and for the Champions League. They still have one more chance. Arcahaie goes through to the CONCACAF Champions League in 2021. Forge is eliminated, but they still have a play-in. 4-2 on pens. So with that said, if you like this video, if you like this live stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. I have an RSR for this match. And then I have a live stream tomorrow for Olympia versus Motagua, the biggest match of the round. And then we still got more this week. So, and then next week, I guess I have an RSR for the play-in. Not a live, but just an RSR. So we'll see. If Saprissa wins, Forge could host the playoff game. No, they can't. They can't. I'm Ron. I'm out. Peace. Congratulations to Arcahaie for making the CONCACAF Champions League 2021.